BTH Services and Rentals, LLC is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. They wish all the young athletes an incredible basketball season and send a special shout out to the class of 2025 seniors. Congratulations on this milestone. Go Big Red! BTH Services and Rentals, proud supporters of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of the Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids in their academics and athletics. And they realize balancing both is challenging, and they appreciate the Cardinals' determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they're cheering them on all the way. Supporting the Eunice Cardinals, Redbird LP Gas Company.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports here live in Eunice as we are getting ready to broadcast the Mesilla Valley versus Eunice softball game. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside my partners today. Of course, we've got the man on the camera, the thumb. Welcome, Charlie Fairbrush.
Welcome, everybody. Ready for some warm afternoon softball?
It is definitely a warm afternoon, beautiful afternoon here in Eunice. And we're kind of testing mics on the fly. And, of course, we've got the man, the myth, the legend, the sharpest tool in the school board shed, Rosendo Caballero.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing this evening? I can choose who's the ladies out there.
That's right. That's right.
He said the best dressed and sharpest and everything, didn't he?
Yeah. No, I didn't say all that.
Yeah, he's definitely the guy, the person, the star up there on that school board.
I'm
Almost a
barely
legend.
the VP, man.
Almost a legend in his own mind.
So we're kind of jumping out here trying something different today. Eunice Softball has an app, and it's called Game Changer that they're part of, and we're going to try to do our. I got the app loaded in earlier, and we're gonna try something completely different. Instead of the old school paper and pencil and keeping notes, there won't be any of that today. So if we look a little lost, we probably are. As we're trying to use this app for like the lineup and keeping up with who did what, how they batted, and who's pitching and who's on first and all that good stuff. Because our guy Shane Williams was sitting here beside me the last time we were here broadcasting. He was doing the scoreboard and the announcing on the main loudspeaker here, and I'm looking at him, and he's got real time, this app that's showing him who's up to bat, what the count is, and I guess they keep that in the home dugout real time. It's the way they used to have a book in the home dugout. Now they have that app through a tablet, and so anyway, I got access to that today. We're going to try it, and then there isn't any of this. Who's up to bat? That don't look like so-and-so, and I guess they made a sub, but we didn't know up here in the booth. And
trying to guess the number,
yeah,
color of the hair, and
the
everything
computers
else.
are taking over.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna try that here today. It's gonna be like I said, it'll be interesting. I've never done it. The app that you load, and I went down there, and Coach Pierce and Coach Kemple helped me load it and got it all set up on my phone. There's the app, but there's two different programs that you can log into. One of them is the free one. The other one is a monthly pay one. And they logged me into the free one, and they said theirs is the pay one. So they think the free one will show us everything we need, but you can't see it all until the game starts. So when the game starts, we'll know if that was not the one that we needed.
How much is the pay one? Did they tell you?
I didn't ask.
They get a sponsor.
$89 a game.
yeah. They said Charlie was going to pay that, so we had
Charlie Bettis.
Yeah,
he is a good guy with NMR pipeline.
Dropping names.
That's right. That's right. Yes, he is. And BTH Services and Rental. He's got a hand in a bunch of different things around here. Huh?
Get a phone call in a minute, Jimmy. What do we do then?
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, I got a question for you.
Thank you, Mr. Bettis.
Yeah, we appreciate you. No, it'd be like, well, they said Charlie. Our Charlie said it was that Charlie. So, anyway, once again, we're
got more than I do. I'll tell you.
Well, yeah,
got more resources.
we're just playing with our mics here. waiting on somebody back at the station to tell us if they sound okay and if we're ready to go. So if you're listening back at the station, let us know if we're good to go, and if we are, we should be ready shortly. So both teams are out here on the field. Interesting today that both teams will be wearing white. The difference is one of them's got blue socks, one of them's got red socks.
Guess which one's red?
That's right. The Cardinals in the red socks, and the Mesilla Valley. What are they? Do we know?
The
Wildcats, aren't they?
no, the Sun. What was it? The
Sun Blazers.
Sun Blazers.
The Sun Blazers.
Right.
They're the Sun Blazers.
That's the SON Blazers.
Yeah, and it is the Sun Blazers. So I guess
Christian school.
I guess the Sun Blazers, the SON Blazers, these young ladies will blaze up some suns, I guess.
Blaze her up.
Yep. And
Hopefully
so,
not too much. I mean,
yeah,
we want
so-
to blaze a little bit too.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, once again, we're kind of testing mics on the fly. Usually we come on here and do a 5-minute mic check, and we're just mic checking as we're talking
Real quick,
here
and it's
today.
going to be a doubleheader. The first game's a varsity game, and the second game's going to be JV. And I believe we're only covering the first game, Mr. Jones.
Yep. Yeah, we got here. Rosendo and I were convinced this was a doubleheader and that we were covering 2 games today. And then once we got here and Charlie did a little visiting and we kind of got some full info, we learned that the first game is the varsity, second game will be JV. So we'll be covering the varsity game on the broadcast today. And then on the JV,
We'll just have to sit and watch it.
yeah, or you can get this Game Changer app.
Oh,
From
yeah.
what I understand, you can sit and watch it. There's no sound, but you can sit and watch it. You don't get to listen to, these amazing
Voices.
comedians.
You can just close your eyes and
Yeah.
imagine us talking.
I mean, we're better than Stephen A. and LeBron if you
Oh yeah.
if you log in and listen to us. But anyway, it's definitely
Exciting, right?
yeah, for sure.
Audio and video is loud and clear.
Everything good.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. That sounds fantastic. So just a quick shout out to these sponsors that we've got on here. Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny Parker. Appreciate those folks. Brett and Penny are my neighbors, live right across the street from me, and I know Penny's been helping or talking back and forth, trying to help with Chloe all day, so we
Yeah.
appreciate them. BTH Services and Rental, Chad Haller, all that crew down there. BTH Service and Rental is hiring, so get on over there. They'll hire you up and put you to work, especially if you've got like about a 6'5" freshman daughter and
We'll
maybe a
find you a place to
6'8"
live,
freshman
anyway.
son. Yeah,
Got
they'll
some handles and can dunk.
they'll get you a job if he's a center on the football team or something like that. Even better. I mean, just
Or
come on
7-foot
down.
basketball player.
Absolutely.
whatever.
Any of those will work. Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews, and the crew. A couple of my other neighbors. The Nogelmeyers live right across the alley from me, and the Matthews live catty corner across the alley from me, so we appreciate them. The Eunice Health Clinic, Brian, Candida, Elma, Aaron, and all the gang. Aaron, another one of my neighbors, lives right at the end of
Everybody's
my
in a
street.
good neighborhood over there. Huh?
Yeah, I
They
guess
live in that
so.
ritzy part of town.
I don't know about all
It's
that.
the gated community of Eunice right there, boys.
Did you say what? Oh, gated. I missed the T.
You missed that part of the
You miss a lot, Charlie, but I'll tell you what you don't miss.
Can't hear that well sometimes.
The Eunice Public Schools, Mr. Hatch, Rosendo, Matt Coy, Anthony Pender, Miss Hahn, and Senator David Gallegos. Senator Gallegos just got back from Santa Fe, so we appreciate all that group does and everything they do for our schools and our community. I often tell people that, in my opinion, the Eunice schools are kind of the heartbeat of the community. With, some towns a little bit bigger have movie theaters. They have different organizations and things that put on events. Eunice has the Eunice Public Schools, and so we have the Eunice Public Schools, and that's what we have. So the sporting events, the things that go on here are the heartbeat of this community. So such an important piece of our community for sure. The City of Eunice, Mayor Hobbs, Miss Shannon Cummins, and all the group up there. Our thoughts and prayers continue with them as they're still navigating some tough waters up there, but we appreciate them for sure. Debbie's Country Kitchen, Miss Debbie and her staff had some lunch up there today, and they're just always great folks, great people, great food for sure. Cardinal Hardware, Davis and the Myers family, man, great folks. They've recently purchased a lumber yard over somewhere in southeast Texas called Jones Hardware. So
they like Jimmy so much they named it
that's
after
right.
him.
They just went ahead and added to the Jones family. So we appreciate them. Lavelle Insurance, just another long-time member of our community. Redbird Garage, Josh and Erica Jones, as they've got a youngin' out here playing in this group. NMR Pipeline, the Bettis family, not the one that Charlie was talking about. Well, not this Charlie that's sitting down here, but the other Charlie. That's right. He does so much.
The good-looking one.
That's right. And Stacy Pop and all that group up there, Dale Bettis and everybody. We appreciate you. Redbird Gas, Bart Parker, Guns Up Services, Ben and Nina, that whole Thompson family. Our thoughts and prayers continue with that family. We appreciate you guys. Outlaw Grill, Bigot of Meat Pizza. Johnny Robertson, a former Eunice Cardinal himself, employs a lot of our kids, youth around here, keeps them busy, and gives us somewhere different to eat from time to time. So we appreciate it. 2
different locations.
That's
to eat.
right.
Yes, sir.
Eunice Record, John Dean and Maureen Davis. Maureen is the boss. And Badger Hydrovac, Shane Williams, he isn't up here with us today. He's skipping out. He ducked and ran off somewhere else, but we appreciate him as well. So
he gave him such a hard time last time. That's why.
Well, we harassed him so much last time that he decided he's not coming today. And they sent over Redbird Garage's own Erica Jones to jump up here and handle business with us today. So we've got Buckets. He's over here giving some hand signals. That looks like he's trying to tell her to bunt.
Well,
or maybe to take the pitch. Is that the pitch take? He's giving the.
Go ahead and steal, right?
That's right. That was the steal sign.
We'll just say it's a green light. Just hit it. Just swing at it.
So both teams out here kind of standing on the field. Coaches up there at home plate doing the coin flip.
And final instructions, trying to figure out what the white line this stands out there for.
Yep.
We got to point it at the pole. That's a yellow pole. That's a green pole.
Yep.
That's the flag pole.
Where's the light pole?
Who's that pole in the circle over there? Oh, no, it's a photographer.
That's a guy, man.
Yeah, that's a camera pole. And let's try to see if there's any other poles around here.
He's got the right color shirt on out there.
Yeah, for sure. And so,
he heard you.
Once again, both teams out here, and we're just kind of wasting time here for just a couple of minutes. I guess that they're probably getting ready to get some national anthem stuff up and running here.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you can even see it on this thing now. I'm talking to poles. I got a pole right in the middle of my.
Trying to get that national anthem going, huh? The Star Spangled Banner?
Maybe. Well, we're setting everything up here today. Once again, our
He's talking to you?
I don't know. There's a man out here talking to us, but I don't know what he's asking me.
He's asking about Pledge Allegiance.
The ump.
His chest hurts.
I thought
we're
getting a lot of signals here. I thought he was. I thought he was saying he was having a heart attack and he needed a 911.
Well, we got paramedics out here. We're okay.
They got their ride out there with a bed in it and everything.
Yep. So both teams heading out onto the field. Looks like we're going to have the national anthem. So we will we'll keep it here, but we'll get silent, which is unusual for us.
For Charlie, it's unusual for Charlie.
That's right. So
still remember asking.
That is the one time I will get silent.
So once again, you're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal versus Mesilla Valley softball. Thank you for listening, and we'll take just a brief break while we have the national anthem. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. Both teams headed out on the field. The Cardinals will take the actual diamond first. Mesilla Valley will be batting. In the circle for the Lady Cardinals is Cheyenne Blevins. Young lady will be pitching today. Trying to look there. I'm assuming behind the plate will be Gaetan.
Nieto.
Oh, well, yeah, you're
Yes,
right.
she is a Gaetan.
She is a Gaetan, yeah.
Yes, sir.
That, I was like, what? What are you talking about? Let's see here. Trying to see if this app is going to let me do what I'm trying to do, and it may or may not.
Give me
You got to touch on the actual game. Getting some instruction on how to. All right. Cool. And will this, like I said, we're learning how to do this on the fly, showing like who's up to bat and all that. Okay, so when they go, I gotcha. All right.
Okay.
All right. As we mentioned, as we kicked off here today, we're trying something different today. My days of paper and pencil may come to an end if this works good and I can follow it on this app. It would save us. Usually we have to get up here about 30 minutes before game time and fill out rosters
yes,
and
sir.
fill all kind of stuff out. And then if they make a sub and they don't tell us up here in the booth, then our lineup is all messed up, and we're saying
game we got 7 people out there not supposed to be on the field,
and people are saying that's not so and so that's up to bat, and it's like, well, that's what the roster says. No, they subbed them 3 innings ago.
Yeah.
Oh well, oops. So we're gonna try it this way.
They all look the same in the helmets. It's kind of hard to tell.
And it looks like they still hadn't kicked it off, but we've got a Mesilla Valley player headed up to the plate. I have no idea who it is, so it ain't working perfect so far.
It's Joanna.
There's
Joanna?
strike.
All right, so
21.
Joanna Hurd.
Right fielder.
All right, she's the right fielder. She's up there. She takes strike number 1, and now she's back up there ready to go. Here comes Blevins. She rips and fires that one low and inside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. About to go over and tell Buckets he better get this thing going because,
You're falling behind.
yeah, mine says no stream yet.
Well, strike number 2.
Yeah, strike 2 right down the middle.
We just got to get in that glove with the catcher there.
Mm-hmm.
You're running down the first baseline.
And I am not getting anything going on this. But anyway, wow, that ball slipped out of Cheyenne's hands.
I think that was a ball, huh?
Yep. It almost looked like that ball that Randy Johnson threw that hit the bird.
Backstop, yes. Was the bird? Oh, it's
It
a
hit a
dub,
bird,
yes.
and then it went
Exploded the
flying
bird.
off to the side. I think that hit a bird, and there's a swing and a miss, and down goes Hurd. So first K for the game for Blevins. So Blevins with her first K.
Number 1 coming up if you don't have it yet.
Number 1 is
Bradley Easton.
You just tell us. Lily?
Bradley.
Oh, Briley Easton.
Bunt.
And she's going to lay down a bunt, a nice
beautiful
bunt.
job.
And coming
Oh,
up
got her out.
quick and
Oh.
firing it down the first
Ooh.
base line was Nieto, and it
that
was
was
a
close.
bang play over there at first. And so reaching on a really nice bunt.
I believe this is Lily.
Who is it?
Lily with the B. Her last name's a B. She's a catcher for them.
Libby, Libby.
Lily, L-I.
Oh, first name's Lily, and then a
then
B.
the B, yes.
I got you, Lily B.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
one of those things that sometimes they put the whole last name, sometimes they don't. So.
I thought she said Lily with a B.
No.
I
Libby?
was like a Libby, a Billy. That's Billy, isn't it?
No, Billy's out there, ain't he?
He probably is.
Yeah, that is him. I thought it was his brother.
Yeah. So back in there, taking ball 1, and now here we go with Lily B for swing, a drive over towards short.
Ooh.
Shortstop,
Oh, my
bobbled it,
goodness.
trying to scoop it in turn 2, and the ball slips out of her hand, finds the turf, and that'll be a reach on an error there. As now runners at first and second. Up to the plate next is going to be number 16.
I don't
Who's
have
that?
her-
Person
I
number
don't have
16?
from there down, I'd write it
I
down.
have a Fisk, Fiske. Fiskeymous. Fisky Mouse. I don't know if that's who this is or not, but first name is Myron.
Is that a commercial?
Maren.
You never heard that? Man, how
Mickey
young are
Mouse?
you?
No,
Yeah.
Fisky?
Oh, Fisky? I don't know.
Was that cat food?
the Parker Friskies?
Okay.
The Parkers have some kind of car that's called like a Fisky or something like that. That is pretty crazy
Ooh,
looking.
that look good.
It looks like a Lamborghini with 4 doors or something like that. It's kind of a cool looking, strange, whatever kind of car. It's a really cool car. But anyway, there's a swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike here as they throw it down to third. As the runner had a huge lead over halfway there when Nieto fired it down. She turned around and went back. And now they're showing me that this thing is live, but it ain't showing me no information. I don't know what I bet I got the cheap app that that shows you nothing, but just tells you there's a game happening and it's live.
You said the cheap app.
I think
Maybe
I
better
did.
break out the paper.
Well, they told me when I was over there that there's a cheap version, a free one, and a paid version, and I got the free one. And I'm thinking the free one might just be that. It may be free. It may be free of all information. But anyway, so we got 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Here comes Blevins, and she thought
she
about
wanted
swinging
that.
at it, and she took it high for ball 3. So we got a full count, 1 out on the board, so 3-2-1. Maybe she'll contact it right over to one of our defensive players here. Here comes the pitch.
Ooh,
Right
beautiful
down the
pitch.
middle, and down she goes on the strikeout. Blevins with her 2nd strikeout here in the top half of the first. And that'll bring up number 5, J.C. Caldwell. Young lady shows to be 6 foot tall, a junior, first baseman and a pitcher, and she swings and misses at the first. They scoop it and throw down, and it's a close one, and they get her as Nieto guns her on third base. What a throw, what a catch and tag by Gaetan, and down go the Sun Blazers. And so that'll bring us to the bottom of the first. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
BTH Services and Rentals LLC is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. They wish all the young athletes an incredible basketball season and send a special shout out to the class of 2025 seniors. Congratulations on this milestone. Go Big Red. BTH Services and Rentals, proud supporters of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of the Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids in their academics and athletics. And they realize balancing both is challenging, and they appreciate the Cardinals' determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they're cheering them on all the way. Supporting the Eunice Cardinals, Redbird LP Gas Company.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports here live in Eunice as your Eunice Lady Cardinals are hosting Mesilla Valley, the Sun Blazers. Maybe they could be the Daughter Blazers. Well, no, because it's
The
a
Lady
Christian
Blazers?
school, you wouldn't be the Daughter Blazers. Yeah, that wouldn't make much sense. So I'm going to go with we're going to stick with the Sun Blazers. And so that'll bring up Miss Riley Dillard. She'll be leading off for these Lady Cardinals. Young lady wears number 10. And she is number 10 on her back, but number 1 in our hearts as she steps up there ready to go. Hustling over.
She's playing left field tonight, Mr. Jones.
All right, all right. Well, she's in there ready. Coach Kyle Kemple standing in that third base box. He's ready as well.
That was
And Miss Regan Wilson, the coach, over on the first base line. And so Riley takes that first pitch high and outside, but they'll call it a strike. So if he calls it a strike, I guess we'll mark it as a
strike,
strike.
yes,
have to be
sir.
one, huh?
And here comes the next pitch, and that one's low and in the turf. I want to say the dirt, but that's not dirt.
Yep.
And here comes
Tyson.
Coach Pierce running around there. He's going to run over and replace one coach, and they're already in mid-pitch motion. The ump didn't notice that.
Oh.
There's a foul ball
Luckily,
off
she
the helmet.
stopped
Yeah, because that would have
her. The
that would
coach.
have been a bad deal because no helmets, no nothing. They might have had a knot on their noggin.
Well, we got the EMTs here today. So
That's
a good
true.
job.
They could treat the knot.
The knot.
Yep. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Riley. Come on, Riley. She's up there ready to go. Here comes the pitch, and that one's on that outside corner, and that looked like a better pitch than the first one that was a called strike, and that one was called a ball. So is what it is. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Dillard.
At least he's lining up and behind the
Yes,
plate.
that is true. And that one's high and inside
Boy, he
for
moved
ball
real quick,
3.
didn't he?
Yes, he did. He was bobbing and weaving.
Got some cat-like reflexes.
Looked like
out there.
Floyd Mayweather out there as he was slipping that jab. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We got a full count here to Riley. She's ready. Here comes the pitch. It's down that outside corner, and It's called a ball. We'll take
All
it.
right, we'll take it.
Riley going to head over to first base as she earns the walk. All right, I got the app now. It's coming up. And, of course, we got the Woe Man, the Woe legend, Miss Haley Jones coming to the plate. Runner on first is Dillard. Fisk rears back and lets that one fly, and it's going to be high for ball number 1. Man, the app is up and running, and I see it, and I like it. I like it a lot.
Game changer.
Yeah, this is a game changer for us. And that one's high and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Jones wearing number 1, so she's number 1 on her back and number 1 in our hearts as she steps up there ready to go. 2 balls, no strikes to Jones. Here comes the pitch. That one's low and in the turf for ball 3, so she got a 3-0 count here early.
Red light, red light.
Do you red lighter?
Yeah.
I'll let her jump on it.
Charlie says he's the red lighter. We'll see what happens. Here comes the pitch. Low, and that's going to be ball 4. Good call, Charlie, as Jones earns the walk, and she'll head to first. So now runners on first and second, and here comes Miss KK Michaela Pierce. The last time we were here, we watched her knock one over there toward the football stadium, and she steps up there ready to go. Pierce,
time for it.
the senior, number 13. Here comes the pitch. She slaps it down toward the shortstop. Oh, and we got a collision as Dillard and the shortstop run into each other.
She's going to be safe at first. Oh, they called her out?
Oh,
that's right. The
You got that interference.
Player,
Yeah, the defensive player has the right of way, so to speak. When you're in my courtroom, it's kind of like that right of way
If
deal.
you run out of the baseline, you get out anyway, no?
She was just hesitating a little bit more. She could have made it by.
Yeah.
Or ran faster.
Yeah, you've either got to run on by or slow down and wait. But here we go. Here comes Williams to the plate. She steps up there ready to go. Runners on first
That's a
and
low strike.
second.
Wow.
I agree. That was an ankle strike. So 0-1 to Williams as Peyton steps in there ready to go. Here comes the pitch. It's hit over towards second. Second baseman going to scoop it, trying to turn to it, and they drop it.
Home, Jones, come home, Jones.
And Jones is on her horse as she slides into home, sliding across home plate just like her daddy slides up under a Chevrolet and changes that oil as she's in there for the first run of this ball game. That run was brought to you by Redbird Garage. The Cardinals lead 1-0. And now we'll have runners at first and second. The RBI from Williams.
We're going to have a pinch runner on second.
Yep. So who's that pinch runner that run out there? That's number 6. Is that Garcia? Aaliyah Garcia, I believe.
Just show on that game changer. There it is. No, it's behind a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's a head just her behind just a bit. This I'm assuming when he tells us stuff like that, he's.
I thought he was talking to me, but I don't have any
He
control
thinks
over
he-
anything.
He thinks you're running the board,
he thinks
yeah.
we read the book or something. I don't know.
He's the guy.
Just nod your head, Charlie.
Just say good job, good
gotcha,
job,
Gotcha.
and tell him to make sure he calls those ones that are down around the ankles balls.
Yeah.
at
Pick it
least
up,
when we're batting.
Blue, or pick it up, Gray. Pick it up, Gray.
Yep.
Yeah, what's the deal with the gray? It's supposed to be wearing blue, so we can, hey, come on, blue.
So 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. This is the other Pierce. This is Miss Bella Pierce.
Has it be a neutral color, Charlie?
She's got runners on first and second. Yeah, Blue might think you were talking about the other
Crips
team.
or something.
Well, Crips too. It could be the Crips. And so here comes the pitch. It's
Ooh,
hit
good
over
hit.
toward first
Get there.
base.
Go, go, go,
First
get there.
baseman struggling with it. Bella's hustling, and she's going to get there. And
Nice.
the error there on the first baseman will allow everybody to reach. So now the bases are juiced. After Bella reaches on I'll call it a single in my notes officially. That's, I'm sure, going to be an error.
Yeah, we got a
And
visit to
so,
the mound.
Yes,
already.
we do.
Already here in the first inning, bases loaded for the Eunice Cardinals.
Yep.
Brings up Nieto up the back, correct?
Yep. Also notice that Miss Erica Jones here that's sitting beside us running that scoreboard, she's got those same scoreboard skills that Mr. Williams had the other day, putting scores on the wrong side.
And that's why they can't get people to come in here, Jimmy.
Yeah, we'll have to talk a little trash to her too.
He picks on everybody. He don't discriminate nobody, huh?
We can't talk all that trash to Shane and not say anything to Miss Jones because she's sitting over here. We got to harass her too. And you know it's funny because all of the scoreboards that these different
What she said?
Oh, I thought she had enough there.
Man, like, that's what I thought. She's like, I ain't doing it no more, bucket.
She said, I've had enough of this, bucket.
The door slammed behind us.
For those of you that don't know, our assistant coach has been known as Bucket his whole life. And so
You say it loud and far
Coach
away.
Pierce,
sure
when
you hear
people
that
start screaming Bucket, it gets a little spooky. So here we go. There's a chop right back up toward the pitcher. They're going to step on, the catchers are going to step on home, so they get the lead runner. And if she'd have thrown it down to first, she'd have probably had her too.
The first baseman was not on the bag. I think that's why she hesitated. We have a courtesy runner here for the Nieto, who got the first.
So the Sunblazers did prevent the Cardinals from scoring another run there.
But the score says 1-1.
Yeah, as Nieto hit that ball right back up to the pitcher, and she fired it home. And so that'll bring Lizzie Gaetan to the plate. A pinch runner comes in, trying to see who that one is this time.
I didn't catch the number as it went by. I don't even have them on my paper.
So stepping here is Lizzie Gaetan, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch from Frisk. It's high and outside for ball number 1. And so I called her Frisk. It's Fisk. My apologies. Gaetan at the plate, stepping in there ready. That one's going to be low for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes here. And that is Maylene Villa that's over on first as the courtesy runner.
Maylene Villa.
Pierce on second, Williams on third. Here comes the pitch. It's hit over toward the gap.
yes,
It's going to roll through, and it's going to get there. A run scores. Here comes another run. Williams and Pierce score, and they're going to turn this one in. And luckily she didn't listen to her coach because he was giving her the go, 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 and she chose to not pay attention to him, and it was probably the right call because that ball skipped off the fence right back to the catcher.
Yep.
And so multiple runs scored there for the Lady Cardinals on what ended up being a double by Lizzie Gaetan.
2-1 RBI.
So stepping up to the plate is Garcia, and she takes that first one low and inside for ball number 1. That was ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So back up here ready. You guys need some room. We can slide over a hair bit. There's a foul ball over into the parking lot.
I think I got a truck.
Making it 1-1.
Yep.
Says 0-2 on the board.
Pitching is Marin Fisk, and so she's back there ready to go. And that ball's low and in the turf. I believe that's going to be 3-0. Is that correct?
It should be 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
2 balls, 1 strike?
Because she fouled one back.
Okay. That's one thing about this ump. Usually they're giving that little signal after about every
And this
pitch.
guy doesn't, right?
He is not. And there he's going to call that one a strike out there on that outside corner. So down goes Garcia. And we will move into the top of the second. The Lady Cards do put some runs on the board. I've got her leading 3-0. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards! Eunice Public Schools empower students to soar by providing exceptional educational experiences in a safe and nurturing environment. The entire Eunice community comes together to champion sports and academics, fostering a spirit of collaboration and friendly competition. Eunice is a vibrant small town with a strong sense of community and academic excellence where everyone thrives. Eunice Public Schools, prioritizing student success, cultivating meaningful relationships, and striving for academic excellence to transform lives and unlock limitless potential.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Lady Cardinal softball. That first pitch is swung on and hammered foul by J.C. Caldwell. And Caldwell was up to bat there at the end of that last inning. And then Nieto picked off the runner trying to steal third. And so she's back up there again, and she fouls those first 2 off. She's way out in front of them, hit them both foul over down the third base line as she's down 0-2.
She's aggressive at the plate. They're jumping
Yes,
on those
she
pitches.
is. I
Throw
concur.
a little change up right here. Get off balance. Get it thrown out here.
So she steps up there ready to go. Cheyenne Blevins in the circle, kicks, fires it.
Ooh, hit her.
Inside, gets her on the shin.
Oh,
You see the umpire ducking out there?
Yep.
she didn't duck, but he did. She's like, lean in.
So she's going to get hit by a pitch, and she'll head over to first base. That is Caldwell, now standing on first. Coming up to bat now is going to be.
Looks like a basketball player.
I can't see the number. This whole team looks like basketball players.
Of
They're
course, that
6
roster,
foot,
yes.
5'11", 5'9", 5'11". I mean, that one's going to chip off the
number
ankle.
13, Mr.
It
Jones.
is Staley Fost. So Fost is up, ready to go. She fouls that first one off, and it'll be strike one. So they're over here wrestling with this scoreboard.
The score looks right now.
Yeah, they're getting it. They're getting it.
Work
So
in
stepping
progress.
back in there is Faust. She's ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, that
Ooh,
one's right down that
beautiful. Breaking
inside
ball.
corner for strike.
Oop.
That ref jumped up, and, boy, he went to pumping that fist.
Like if it was strike number 3.
I'm telling you. He's back in there ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard right
out
at
of the glove.
Gaetan. She knocks it down. Oh, flips it to second. Oh, my gosh. She bobbled it. They're going to call the out, though.
She still had possession of it, just bobbled it a little bit.
Yeah, the coach from the Mesilla Valley side is going to come out. He wants to talk to the ump about it. Looked like kind of like it was a bam play. She did bobble it. We'll see. They're going to look around at the other umpire, and now he's going to ask that
This umpire will probably have better view than the other one because the other one had his.
he's kind of behind
Yes, sir.
the second baseman. So
Umpire's
we'll
gonna make
see.
him walk all the way over here.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you over here,
It's
bud.
like, you come over this way. I ain't walking out that way.
As they think about it, who knows if he's gonna overturn that call? You can read their lips as close as we are, huh?
Well,
Zoom in, Charlie.
Give me a zoom in. I think the pole's right in my way. No, I can get them. There you go, y'all. Y'all read the list. Tell us what they said.
yeah.
Oh,
They're going to call her
yeah.
safe, so they're going to reverse the call.
Oh,
And
man.
they're going to leave her
Here
on
comes
second.
our coach out and saying, "Well,
And
how
now
come?"
our coach is out there. And Coach Kemple walks out toward the ump out on the field, and now he's going to walk over and talk to the home plate ump.
Well, yeah, you
Yeah.
know we're going to talk.
Lean with it, huh?
Yeah, looked like they were throwing gang signs at each other there for a minute.
I think Coach Campbell knows exactly where that pole is. Like, you ain't
like-
get me on camera, bud.
He's like, "What sets your claim, fool?" And
Don't cross that white line. And
so-
he didn't. Coach didn't.
So if that ends up being, if it stands, which it looks like it's going to, runners on first and second, no outs here. And I'm assuming that would bring Prieto up to the plate, which is Malaya Prieto, 5'4" sophomore, number 15.
I think she
So
might
what
be the
kinda-
only. She's the shortest player on there. They got 3 5'4s.
So
Yeah,
kinda
there's a
different.
5'3", a
5'4",
5'2".
Okay.
They got a couple of.
But
and
they do
so
have a 6 foot on their team as well.
Now he's headed back over to talk to the other umpire
See what
as
kind of
the
debater he is.
home
there.
plate umpire.
We'll make this game into a 4-hour game. here. Talking about games, you see the game last night, Tech and Arkansas?
I didn't get to see it. But
You
Jimmy's
guys-
mad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys that don't know, Arkansas has been my team since I was knee high to a jackrabbit, and I don't get
Man,
me
that was
wrong,
a
I
game.
go watch a lot of Tech games. I got a lot of Tech gear. I like Tech because it's right here close to us. So when Arkansas and Tech play each other, it's a tough one for me. But man, I was so happy for my Razorbacks. They were playing so good, and then like the last 2 minutes, the wheels fell off.
They overcome, what, a 16-point deficit in the fourth quarter? Wow.
Yeah,
Or second
16
half, I mean.
points, something like that in the fourth. It was.
What'd you say, Charlie? Choke? Did you say choke, Charlie?
Yeah,
Choke?
my hogs choked.
They did
Hogs
a,
choked,
yeah.
that's
they
okay.
did a,
And then people were posting that the piggy said wee all the way home.
I seen that.
I was like, oh my gosh, that'll hurt my heart, when my piggies are going wee all the way home.
they've been watching the Cowboys too much.
Yeah. Yeah, when my team is the Cowboys and the Hogs,
I know,
it hurts all year round.
Hurts.
I mean,
Just hurtful.
yeah. Yeah, so anyway, there's still a lengthy discussion going on out there on the field.
Need to get some of that music going. Do, 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 do.
We
What you call that?
just got the scoreboard correct, Charlie. Be patient,
Well, I
bud.
know. I ain't pushing.
So, They're going to say no outs here. Runners on first and second. That's Faust and Caldwell out on the base paths. And Prieto up to bat. She swings at that one, hits it over the second baseman's head into right field. They scoop it up and fire it in. They're trying to get the runner at third, and it was a close one again at third. They're going to say she got there, and they scored a run in the meantime. So an RBI for Prieto. And so that cuts the Cardinal lead 3-1 here in the top of the second.
Looked like they got her on third, Jimmy.
Coming to the plate is going to be Megan Baker. And runners on first and third. Stepping up there, ready to go. She's going to square around and try to bunt. She rolls it right down the line. They go ahead and fire it to first, and they get it there in time, but they're going to say that ball was picked up in foul territory.
For strike number 1. All
that one off first was all the way on third.
She's moving, ain't she?
She's got some wheels on her.
Didn't take her long as she was on her horse. That was Prieto. And so showing this to be Baker now at the plate. And so she fouls that one off, trying to bunt it again. So she'll have an 0-2 count after 2 fouled off bunts, trying to do that little slap bunt as she runs down the line. And so now she's going to jump to the other side.
She have to swing away here, right?
Yep. And here we go. Here comes she's going to bunt it again, and this one's going to be foul, and that's a out.
Ooh,
as down she goes, 3
I don't
straight
think I had her do that.
Foul balls, yeah.
That's
it looked like the coach was kind of saying the same thing. He's over there getting on her.
What are you doing?
I'm sure he's saying, why are you bunting on the...
So here's a question for you guys. The runner on second should be back at first, right, because it's a foul ball?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, there he is. He's bringing her back. Yep.
They tried to pull a fast one, and they almost got away with it. If Rosendo hadn't been paying attention and brought it to the attention of everybody...
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome, sir.
But don't blink, she'll be back there because she's pretty fast.
So runners on the corners, and she is going to take off. They fire it back to the pitcher. This is Hurd that's up to the plate. Margaret Hurd, 5'4" freshman. Cardinals lead 3-1 here. We're in the top of the second. Ooh, and that's going to hit her. And I heard that one hit her thigh.
They don't even try to move.
You know, that's one thing I've noticed about softball is a lot of these players in softball don't try to move. They stand there and take it.
And I guess that's okay.
And this is another herd. So I guess.
A whole herd of herds out here.
Man, the last one I show as a herd, and then this one.
Ooh, that looks
this
good.
is the top of the lineup, right?
Thank you. I think I helped him with that one.
It hadn't updated on the app here yet, but looking at the number, it looks like that's right, and that pitch is low and outside. Yes, this is Jay Hurd.
Oh, Jay Hurd, okay.
Jay Hurd. Jay Hurd me?
You heard me?
All right, Joanna Hurd, the junior. She's 5'7". 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Steps in there ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So we've got Hurd on first, Prieto on second, Faust on third, and Joanna Hurd at the plate. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle. It swung on and fouled off for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Staying alive is Hurd. Back in there ready. Cheyenne Blevins in the circle. She kicks and fires it high and inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hurd. Stepping back in and ready to go. Bases are juiced. 1 out here. Sure be nice to get this K, and that one's going to be just outside, and so that'll make it a full count. 3 balls.
The umpire didn't even know. Thank you for letting me know.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The ump was confused for a second. We got him back in line here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here comes the pitch gets away from her. And it's going to sail over the catcher's head for ball 4, and that'll walk in a run. As dropping across home plate is Faust. And now bring up number 1, Briley Eaton.
A lefty.
And now we got a 3-2 ball game. Mesilla Valley clawing their way back into this one. They swing at that one and chip it over foul toward the third baseline. So Eaton is a 5'2" senior.
Was that Charlie?
Charlie, did you fall down out there?
Yeah, we got to climb back up.
Oh.
We heard the building shake.
Yeah. That ball's low and outside.
Might have been an earthquake.
Yeah.
For 1-1.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. It's a 3-2 game. Cardinals lead here by 1. Here comes the next pitch.
I was hoping she would chase that, but she didn't, huh?
Now, I don't want to harass my my scorekeepers too much, but why are the runs that they're scoring in this inning showing up in last inning?
Hey, watch out. You might just, your mouth scrubbed.
They gave me the look on that question, but
How did Jimmy get shanked in the press box? I have no idea, Your Honor.
What happened to Jimmy?
I'm sitting here squinting, looking up there at the board going, now what in
Just
the world?
let it be.
Should I, like, alert these
And that's why nobody
paramedics to be
likes us,
ready?
man. That's why we can't go nowhere with Jimmy.
So now we'll have a full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I'm going to go down and tell them paramedics to stand by
I
here.
know, huh?
3
Maybe even the
balls, 2
cop.
strikes, 1 out
I
here
had to do all the games in the parking lot because of Jimmy.
to Eaton. Bases juiced. There's the pitch, and it's down
got
the
her.
corner, and that'll send her to the dugout for the
Yeah.
strikeout. So
I thought it was
Blevins,
outside.
man, I thought it was right
Yeah.
where it
I
needed
thought
to
it
be
was a
for that
strike,
ump to
too.
call it a
well,
strike.
It's perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
So 2 outs now, bases loaded, and there's a high fly ball hit into shallow center. Getting there is Haley Jones,
Nice.
and she's going to make the catch. That catch was brought to you by Redbird Garage. They'll hustle over and fix any of your repair needs that you need automotively. And with that said, we'll move to the bottom of the second. The Cardinals lead 3-2 against the Sunblazers. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Lady Cardinal Sports.
Did you know that Cardinal Hardware isn't just your ordinary hardware store? They're your one-stop destination for all your hardware needs. As the sole hardware store in town, they take pride in being locally owned and operated, serving the community with dedication and care. Cardinal Hardware is fully stocked with all the essentials you need, ensuring you can find everything you're looking for right in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Eunice is a beacon of community spirit where everyone knows your name and looks out for one another. It's an idyllic haven to raise a family with top-notch schools, a vibrant community, and thrives on sports and academics, and has an unbeatable low cost of living. Want to tap into the heartbeat of Eunice? Google cityofunis.org to unlock a treasure trove of community events, business listings, city maps, and so much more. Experience the magic of small-town living where everyone is welcomed with open arms.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. I believe this is Zamora.
Yes,
The
sir.
app hadn't updated yet, but I believe that's who that looks like, number 11.
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Zamora.
You know what I noticed? I didn't notice it in the first inning, but every one of those other players on the other team have a face guard.
Oh, yeah.
All of them.
They're protecting themselves.
Oh, I like it.
Except the outfielders, or do they have one,
I
too?
think they do, too.
Wow. There's a swing and a swing and a foul.
The best I can tell with my limited capabilities
Yeah.
What?
or vision. It is.
Also
Cataracts
known as,
acting up?
Yeah, old caddy.
also known as your vision.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. 0-2 is the count. That one's going to be high and
Oh.
outside for ball 1.
I wonder if it's a team thing if they make him wear him.
Maybe.
Yeah, could be.
Ain't going to mess up that grill for sure.
You know, one thing about stuff like that is here comes the pitch. It's swung on, hit foul.
That's
A lot of
gonna
times stuff like that is because of a situation that happened to somebody.
Hit the ambulance, I think.
Yeah,
It's a reaction most of the times, right, when he puts stuff on them.
yeah. Yep, it's amazing how many rules get changed by an incident.
Yeah.
Whether it be internal or there's a high fly
girl,
ball
go.
up over the shortstop trying to get to it.
Oh,
and
wow.
she struggled, but she did get there late.
That's an
and she
understatement.
makes the catch. As that was M. Hurd. As she comes running up there, it's Margaret Hurd, the shortstop here today. And so down goes Zamora. And so now stepping up is going to be, let's say, Lexi Garcia.
No, Riley goes back to the top.
Oh, we're back to the top. So, yeah. Riley Dillard back up there, ready to go. She's up and ready. Takes that first one. Oh, no, they do call it a late call, but a strike call on the outside corner. Maybe the outside corner of Eunice, but they call it a strike. So, anyway, is what it
on
is.
the other side of the baseball field.
Dillard's in there. She takes
Oh,
a hack
good
at that
hack.
one, hits it over into shallow center
Trouble.
field. Oh, and we've
Trouble.
got a collision, and
She
the ball
dropped the ball.
comes out. And Dillard heads to second,
Go
and they
third, go third, go
overthrow
third.
it. And Dillard's going to head to third, and she's going to end up with a triple out of a whole bunch of errors, I would assume.
Did they hit? Did they bump into each other?
Yeah, the center fielder and the left fielder collided out there. A violent
I
collision.
seen her fall, but I was I was watching the cameras. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, man, that was a pretty rough collision out there. Luckily, they had them face masks on that Charlie was talking
I
about.
think the face mask got stuck when they hit each other.
Yeah, almost like me when I was 13. I had my braces, and I'd give my girlfriend a smoocher, and they'd get stuck. And
Nah, you
kinda,
didn't get stuck because of the smooch. I'll tell you that much.
I think he did it on purpose.
I didn't ever have braces either, but
I know.
I do now. But I didn't when I was that age. But
You must have some bad teeth 'cause you got them still, huh?
man. No,
He was 13.
my
had
dentist
25 years.
is in Mexico, so I got to go to Mexico to get them adjusted. And I hadn't been in the last month or two. I'm running behind on my visits. I was afraid I might end up in a roadside ditch down there, the way things are going down there right now. So 1 ball, no strikes here. Stepping back in there, ready
That's
to go.
low.
Taking. Oh no!
Man.
Oh,
I
it's
look low and outside, but they call it a strike. So we'll make it 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here, as the strike zone continues to grow.
The man with the gray shirt on's got the call.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. It swung on and fouled off.
That hit the pitcher right in
And
the
she
face.
tried to take a shot at that ump for that last call that he made. She was like, you can call like that, I'll hit one back at you. That'll learn you.
The catcher protected him.
Yeah, she saved him for sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. As Jones steps back in there, ready to go. Jones is ready. She's got Dillard standing on third. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The Lady Cards with a 1-run lead. Here comes the pitch. It's inside.
He called that a
And he
strike.
rings her up. And that'll be strike 3 as down goes Jones.
On the pitch was inside. Questionable. Questionable, but he called it a strike.
And that'll bring up Garcia to the plate. Here comes the pitch from Fisk. And it's low and down in the turf. And so going to be ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes here to Garcia. She's back in there ready. Here comes the pitch. And that one's way down there on the ankles, and they'll call that one a ball. So 2 balls, no strikes.
Pierce should have been batting here, so they took Pierce out and put Garcia in.
I wonder what happened there.
Remember when she hit the ball earlier, she didn't run. He put a
You-
pinch runner in for her, remember?
You know,
Last game.
Chloe was telling me that she had like a hamstring or something that had been bothering her.
Yeah, you talked about it last
Yeah.
game. Remember how she was running there towards the end?
Yeah, because we were going to go try to work some hurdles with her after hours. She had been asking us if we would help her, and there is strike number 1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And so back in there, ready to go, is Garcia. Here comes the pitch. It's hit foul.
Oh, man.
Over down the first base line. She hit it hard. First base line. First baseman bobbles it, but then she scoops it up and steps on first.
That pays off being 6'7",
And that'll
right?
stop the run. Yes, it will. And
Thought
so
that was 2.
as we move out of the top
Oh,
of the
this was
third
3.
toward the bar, I'm sorry, as we move to the top of the third, your score is 3-2. The Lady Cards trail our lead here 3-2. I'm still confused, but it is what it is. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Lady Cardinal softball. Here live in Eunice as the Lady Cards are hosting Mesilla Valley. Mesilla Valley at the plate. The Cardinals lead 3-2. They've got the 1-run lead here as we start the third inning. I am going to figure out, there it is. I was trying to find my app again, and I've got it. And so stepping up there, they hadn't updated yet, but it will shortly. There's a swing and a chipper that's going to. And they're going to get her at first anyway.
Foul ball.
Now they're going to say foul. Well, we'd take the out if they'd give us that, but they're probably not. They're going to call it a foul and bring it back. Good play there by Nieto as she come out of her catching position, skipped out in front of the plate, sucked it up, and fired it to first.
On time to get her out, but it was a foul ball, they said.
And this is Fisk.
The pitcher, right?
Well, I don't know. There's a Fisk, there's a Fost, there's a bunch of names that look really similar, and they fire that one over to Gaetan to first, and she's going to get the runner as Fisk goes down. And so one out
number
here.
5, Jones.
Yeah, number 5 is going to be J.C. Caldwell. She's that 6-foot first baseman. She steps in there ready to go, the junior. And so here comes the pitch from Blevins, and it goes behind Caldwell.
Oh, I thought it got her.
She actually moved out of the way, huh?
Yeah, she did the limbo and bent forward and leaned over backwards, and it went right behind her legs. And so that'll bring up
She did everything not to
right
get it,
back up Caldwell. She swings at that one, hits it over toward our dugout. For strike number 1 on the foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Caldwell. She's got 1 out.
We're in the top of the third, correct, Jones?
Yes, sir. In a 3-2 ball game, the Cardinals lead by 1. They scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first, and then
Gone cold, huh?
well, yeah, and Mesilla Valley was able to put 2 on the board in the second. And so now Caldwell fouls that one off for strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Caldwell, 1 out. Beautiful day here in Eunice. Little breezy right now, but it's a really nice day overall. It's
Staying
I
alive.
spotted Shane Williams out there. You see him?
Oh yeah,
There he is.
you got a Shane
Yeah,
appearance.
he's trying to hide.
Oh yeah, he's always got his hat pulled down over his eyes and his sunglasses on. He's wearing a sombrero and one of them big poncho-looking things so that nobody recognizes
He
him.
acts like he got a warrant for him or
That's
something.
right. They think he's wanted.
He's in a wet sack.
The Trump team's trying to grab him or something. He's over there hiding against the wall. They throw
Lizzie
that
needs to
over.
throw that ball, man.
Yeah, she just floats it
Lob
over
it
there,
over.
and it's there. So that is out number 2 on the Gaetan to Williams. Bang, bang, twice in a row. That's 2 outs. So coming up to the plate here is Fost. This is not Fisk. This is Fost, and she takes ball number 1. So Fost steps back in there after taking ball 1. She's got a 1-0 count. 2 outs here in a 3-2 game. She's ready to go. Cheyenne Blevins kicks and fires it right down the middle. It's hit right over, and here we go. A deja vu is firing it to first was Gaetan. Back to back to back, Gaetan to Williams. A little ground outs over to first. So with that said, we'll move to the bottom of the third. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Lady Cardinal sports.
Eunice Wrecker and Rental offers professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel delivery, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. Eunice Wrecker will also haul off those unwanted vehicles to clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker, over 20 years of experience and fully
Also got a message here from Frankie Abelos. Says, what's up, guys? We're out here listening and watching. So we appreciate you listening and watching. And to Perry Kimple. And so we appreciate you up there in, I believe that's Washington, where he's usually watching from. So we appreciate you guys.
It's been a while since I heard from him, huh?
Yeah, I can't remember if it's Washington
nice
or
shot by
Nevada,
Williams.
but Williams hammers that one into center field, and she's going to stroll over to first with an easy single.
It's Cardinals. That was Williams, right?
That was Williams. Just got notice here that the Lady T-Birds with a big win in the National Basketball Tournament as they move on to the next round. They're playing in the National Basketball Tournament out in Kansas this week. So congratulations to them.
Did you get an update on the boys?
The boys basketball?
Baseball game.
Oh, no, I haven't. They won. So I got a info just now from Redbird Garage saying they won 5-3. So 5-1. I'm sorry.
Man.
So a good job. For
That one
them.
almost hit the turf, huh? Guess it's a strike, though.
So they call a 1-ball, 1-strike here on Pierce. This is Bella Pierce. She steps up there ready to go. Runner on first. Here comes the pitch. It's low for ball 2. And Fisk is the pitcher. And Fost is the other one. So that was what was throwing me off. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. It's hit over towards short, and the short was headed over to second, trying to get over there to cover just in case there was a steal. And so she slides head first into third.
Dad's like shaking his head.
As Williams is now on third after the dribbler. The shortstop had taken off towards second, I think maybe anticipating a steal.
Correct.
And Pierce hit it right to where she had started from, so she had to slam on the brakes and try to go back.
I don't know why she even threw it to second. She was already on the base.
Yeah. So here comes the pitch. That first pitch is in there for strike 1, and this is showing to be Nieto. So Nieto steps back up there. 0-1 is the count. Runners on the corners, no outs. Here's the pitch. It's hit towards second. Williams is going to slide on home. They do get the lead runner, but she gets the RBI ground out. And so Nieto does what she needed to do and got the RBI out of the deal. And so that'll send Gaetan up to the plate. And so Gaetan comes up there, runner on second, 1 out. A 4-2 game. The Lady Cards lead by 2. Here comes the first pitch. It's fouled right back over toward us. So Gaetan up in there ready. Stepping back in the circle is Fisk. Pierce, that's Isabella Pierce, standing on second. And here comes the pitch to Gaetan. It's hit down the first base line, but it's going to stay foul. Heads over toward the elementary. So 0-2 for Gaetan. Sometimes it seems like she hits best when it's 0-2. She's back in there ready to go. Here comes Gaetan. Here comes the pitch. Oh, and just as I say that,
Jones.
She swings and misses at that for strike 3. So down goes Gaetan.
2 away.
And that'll bring up number 2, Lexi Garcia. So Lexi Garcia with a 2-run lead, 2 outs here in the in the third. She swings and misses at that one for strike number 1.
Got her on that changeup. I had her fishing.
She's back up there ready. Here comes the pitch from Fisk. She squares around, going to bunt, drops it down the third base line. It's a good-looking bunt. They fire it over to first, and she's going to be safe. She beats the throw out, so Garcia showing that 10-2 speed as she heads over to first. And so she
that was
reaches.
A pretty bunt, man.
That was a nice bunt.
Caught everybody off guard.
And that'll bring up Leilene Zamora, number 11, with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Zamora up there ready to go. Swings at that one, hits it high up over the pitcher. Pitcher trying to get to it, and she does, makes the catch. And that'll get them out of the inning as we move to the 4th. The score, Eunice 4, Mesilla Valley 2. You're listening to Eunice Cardinal Sports on No Mark Broadcasting.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 14 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They're your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on number 9, Elijah, and number 15, Maddox, wishing them good luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Lady Cardinal Sports. Here live as your Eunice Lady Cardinals are hosting Mesilla Valley. Eunice leads Mesilla Valley 4-2 here as we start the 4th inning. Once again, the Eunice Cardinal baseball team on the road over in Tularosa got the win earlier 5-1. And the NMJC women playing in the National NJCAA basketball tournament got the win, and they'll move on to the next round, survive and advance. A little March Madness JUCO style. There's a dribbler over toward third base. Gaetan going to scoop it up and shot put it over to first, as that is the fourth batter in a row that has hit a grounder to Gaetan, and she scooped it up and shot putted it to first for the out. Yes.
Oh, wow, with a slow throw.
Man, Gaetan's knees are going to ache if she keeps scooping all them up on third. So now stepping up here, trying to let this app update here. And there's a drive over towards shallow right field, running up and making the catch. A nice play in right by number 2. That's Lexi Garcia. And I believe that was Baker that hit it out there. And so that'll bring up number 4, which I believe is Hurd. So Hurd comes to the plate. 2 outs here as the Lady Cardinals playing some defense so far. And there's a swing and a miss as Blevins gets her chasing that one high, and she went after it for strike number 1. So Hurd back in there. Blevins kicks, fires it toward home. It's going to be a little outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Hurd. Bases are empty, 2 outs, and that one's inside. And like I said, it must be a baseball rule where they have to try to at least show that they're moving.
Attempt to move, yes.
Because they don't ever move in softball.
I guess you don't. I guess you can't get hurt that bad in softball.
Yeah, you just take
Charlie.
Yeah.
It just kind of bounces off.
Yeah, that softball hurt me if I stood there and took it, but I get it. So 4-2 is your score, 2 outs. And so we've now got a runner on first after the hit by pitch, and that'll bring up the other Hurd. This is Jay Hurd, which is Joanna Hurd. Margaret Hurd on first. Here comes the pitch, right down the middle, hit foul up into the cage.
She's trying to hit it over here to hit me to see if it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to prove you wrong, ain't you?
Yep.
Well, I guarantee you I'll run. I will.
I like to see that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I might pay just to see the run part. There's a pitch right
beautiful
down
pitch.
that outside corner. That's a good-looking pitch there from Blevins. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4-2 score. Runner on first. Blevins out ahead. They set up outside. They throw it inside. The ball gets past the catcher. She loses it for a minute. Easily strolling into second is the first Hurd. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes. No, 2 balls, 2 strikes now. 2-2 count, 2 outs. This is not the time for the Heath Dean. Here's the pitch, and there he goes, and down she goes as Blevins with the strikeout gets the Cardinals out of the top of the 4th. We'll move to the bottom of the 4th. We'll keep it here. I'll shout out real quick to just a few of these sponsors: Badger Hydrovac, Eunice Wrecker, Outlaw Grill, Bigot and Me Pizza, Guns Up Services, Redbird Gas, NMR Pipeline LLC, and of course the special Josh and Erica Jones, Redbird Garage, as they're up here helping run the board today. Lavelle Insurance, Cardinal Hardware, Debbie's Country Kitchen, the City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Services and Rental. Other dang knee yesterday in track practice, just kind of a fluke deal, went up on the pole vault and just nothing crazy, just kind of came down, and when she landed, that left knee buckled this time, and so the left knee buckled, and instantly she grabbed that knee and went to hollering, and we ended up in the ER and now going back over to an orthopedic specialist for the other knee. A lot of swelling in that knee, and man, it just a bad deal. But you know, we'll deal with it as best we can. We'll see what happens when we get over there. So Dillard swings and fouls that first one off for strike number 1. Young lady probably sitting at home with her leg kicked up
on
in
some
the
medication,
bed,
huh?
on some meds. Yeah,
AC full blast.
She's back in another one of them full leg braces and on crutches and can't walk and all that good stuff. And now it's the opposite leg. I told her the good thing, she'd been doing so much therapy on that other leg that it's strong now, so it'll have to holler around for a while.
Oh man!
Oh man, That ball's a foot outside, and it's maybe 2 foot.
Wow.
And it's called strike 2. So,
the man getting tired already?
man, 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Dillard's back in there ready, and that was a better pitch than the last one. But and down goes Dillard. And so now with 1 out, that'll bring up Haley Jones. Haley steps up there ready to go. She's got that gleam in her eye, and she's ready. Little pink tip bat. Here comes the pitch. It swung on and hit foul over above the first base dugout.
I like her going up there being aggressive.
Yep.
Taking advantage of it.
Number 1 in our hearts and on her back as she steps in there ready to go. And
that's way outside, boss.
Yeah, man, that's another
way
one of
outside.
those.
She can reach out with a 50-foot.
He likes those low outside pitches that from up
Off the
here.
plate.
You're going to start swinging it everywhere.
I'm sitting in a perfect line with home plate and the pitcher. And see, that one's out there about where that other one was. The other one was just lower. And it's the right deal that she did. She didn't swing at it because there wasn't no way in hell she could have reached it. But
sometimes you have to. They're calling calls like that.
There's a drive over toward short. Haley's on her horse. She's headed for first, and she's going to get there as Haley Jones beats it out, and she gets a single out of that deal, and that'll bring up Pierce as they're bringing Michaela Pierce back in. She didn't bat the last time she was up. Like I said, she's been flexing that leg. I believe it's a hemi that she's been having problems with. In the last game that we were covering, while she was running bases, she come up kind of grabbing at that leg.
Is that doubleheader, and she was pitching that game as well.
Mm-hmm.
We need to put some of that tape on there and holds everything tight.
Yep. So Jones now on first, 1 out. Pierce at the plate. Steps in there ready. Here comes the pitch. It's low and inside. Jones going to make a run for it, and she is there.
She's there.
Jones with the steal as she now puts herself in scoring position as she stands on second with the senior Michaela Pierce at the plate.
Trade places.
And Pierce going to call a timeout and step out of the box. And she steps out, takes a couple of practice cuts, and now she's back in there ready to go. Jones on second. 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch from Fisk. It's hit over toward third. Third baseman going to scoop it up. She's going to fire it, and she overthrows the first baseman.
Come home, Jones.
And Jones is going to easily score on the overthrow as Pierce and the first baseman collided.
And that first baseman's a good size.
Yep, and Pierce grabbed her leg
second base.
as the throw drug the first baseman over into the baseline, and she collided, so they're going to give Pierce a free base. I'm not sure I wouldn't throw in the courtesy runner just because that hammy's been bothering her. And so, anyway, that'll bring up Peyton Williams. Peyton Williams heads to the plate. A 5-2 lead, 1 out.
Jump on that.
And
there
she drives that one right up the gap. The shortstop's going to get there, and they are going to throw it across. They get the lead runner. Man, and Pierce gets there, but, man, she had to slide in there on the run, and she leans over like she's hurting. I'm still not sure I wouldn't get her a courtesy runner.
I don't think they can because they took her out of the game and put her back in.
Put her back in so you can't courtesy run for one of those. Okay.
I would take her after this, I would take her out. Let her rest, you know what I'm saying?
So runner now on third as Bella Pierce steps up and she hits it toward the gap. And it's going to find the ground. And Bella Pierce with the RBI single as she knocks in her sister, Michaela Pierce. That was some Pierce on Pierce crime right there as the Lady Cardinals now lead 6-2 with Bella standing on first. And strolling up here is Melanie Nieto. So Nieto with a 6-2 lead, 2 outs, a runner on first. Here comes the pitch from Fisk. It's down that outside edge.
He called that a strike earlier.
Man, oof. Yeah, no, he called it a ball.
It's correct. Called earlier. It was a strike.
Yep.
Everybody's confused, huh?
So here comes the next pitch with a 1-0 count. That one's down the middle. Let's see what they.
And
that ball just got dropped.
If she hold on to the ball, she would have been out.
So what was the call on the pitch? I never saw a signal.
Called a ball on it.
Man. So, yeah, he called that one a ball. It must have been low, but it was right over the center of the plate. And it wasn't very low, but 2-0. Here comes the pitch. That one's low and outside for ball number 3. So 3-0 to Nieto. You giving her the red light or the green light here?
Red light.
Red light.
Green
Charlie
light,
says
green
red
light.
light. Let's see what we got. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and driven toward the gap, and it's going to get there. Turning, heading home is Pierce. Nieto makes the turn as she gets the RBI single. Melanie Nieto drives in Pierce and gives the Cardinals a 7-2 lead.
And that's why I'm not the coach. I called the red light, and he called the green light.
And it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner coming out onto the field. And they're going to send her across, trying to see who that is. Number 5 is Villa, Maylene Villa, I believe. So Maylene Villa heads over to first. And coming up is number 24. Who's 24?
Lizzie Gaetan.
Is that Lizzie?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. That's why I couldn't see the 24. It's all scribbled over. It was 45, and then it became 24. I got you. All right. So Gaetan steps up in there with her Kobe on. Kobe. She takes a swing at that one, chops it down the third base line, foul for strike number 1. She's going to step back in there ready to go.
Rowdy up there in that booth.
Hey, we got a rowdy booth here today, Charlie. If you get scared over there, it's the booth is hot. It's like the Hot Boys back in the day. There's a ball that's outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'll take off running, trip, fall, probably roll to the bottom, but I'll get out of here.
He's going to destroy the fence for us so we can rebuild it.
Yeah, we can rebuild that fence in no time. And there's a swing and a drive.
Nice.
It's going to find the gap. It gets through, and so Pierce over to, or not Pierce.
Villa.
Yeah, Villa over to second. And so that'll bring up Lexi Garcia with runners on first and second after the single by Gaetan. So Lizzie Gaetan and Garcia comes up ready to go. Runners on first and second. 2 out, 7-2 lead.
Ooh.
She fouls that one off. The catcher makes the grab, and it'll be strike number 1.
Got to score some more runs here, Coach.
Yep, gotta get that cushion here.
Try to finish a little early tonight.
0-1. Here comes the pitch. And swinging and missing on that one for strike number 2. 0-2.
Some pretty pitches there by the.
Yep. A little change up that time.
Mm-hmm.
So 0-2, 2 outs, 7-2 score. She's going to square around and bunt.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
she bunted foul first of all, but then the catcher catches it. So down she goes. So she bunted on third strike and did foul it off. And that'll move us out of the 4th into the 5th, but not before the Lady Cardinals put 3 more runs on the board. It's 7-2. The Lady Cards lead Mesilla Valley. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Lady Cardinal Sports.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
She rocks and fires that one and trying to bunt and missing the ball.
That's a beautiful pitch by Blackman.
Yes, it was. Strike number 1. So 0-1 here to Eaton. I'll probably look for the same action. And nope, she takes that one high and inside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. As your third baseman was scooting in, and so was your first baseman. And so back up there ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit over into left center field. Trying to get there is Riley, and she stretches out, goes to the turf, but not before she makes the catch and fires it in. She did some snow angels out there in left center field, and she gets the catch. And so that's 1 away here in the 5th. Up next is, this says Eaton. I don't know why, but I was thinking that looked like
the first baseman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking that number looked like it's number 7. There it is. Yeah, and that's Balazan.
They put a sub in.
Balazan, Lillian Balazan. And she's a senior. She steps in there with 2 balls, no strikes. Swings at that one, and man,
fair
she sent
ball.
a rocket right down the third base line. Scooping it up is Dillard, and she fires it over quick. They're trying to get it back over as I think the whatever her name is, Lillian, had expected it to be a easy double, and she was strolling over to second.
First, right?
Dillard fired it back in there quick, and she was already halfway to second. She had to turn around and run back really quick. So 1 out here, and it looks like we've got some type of substitution here.
Curtis, I think she's a catcher for them.
Gotcha. So now that'll bring up Fisk. This is the pitcher for Mesilla Valley. And that first pitch bounces behind her for ball number 1. So
We got to hold him here, Mr. Jones.
Yes, we do. Got to keep this lead. Scored 3 runs in the last inning, and that one gets away from Blevins and goes high and outside for ball 2.
Beautiful job by Nieto stretching out and catching that, man.
Yep. Kept that runner from heading over to second. So 2-0 is your count. Here comes the pitch. It's right down the middle. Hit to Jones. Jones going to step on first, and she turns the double play as Haley Jones with the scoop. The step on second. Fires it to first, and she gets the double play, which is brought to you by Redbird Garage. Haley Jones doing work. Williams stretching on first, and down go the Sunblazers as we move to the bottom of the 5th. Your Lady Cards lead Mesilla Valley 7-2. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Lady Cardinal sports.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 575-394-8828. Call 575-394-8828. Redbird Garage, 1800 North Main Street is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. Redbird Garage is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Lady Cardinal sports as Leilene Zamora, the shortstop, heads to the plate. This young lady's ready to go.
She has struggled tonight here at the plate. She's flied out twice. So.
She's back up there ready. Here comes
There
the
it
pitch,
is.
and she drives it towards short. The short can't get to it. It's going to find the outfield, and just as you said that, you unjinxed her, and she's now standing on first base with a single.
Good job, Rosie.
Much needed for that young lady.
And that'll bring up Riley Dillard, the left-hander, as Dillard's up there ready to go.
They're going to change pitchers here, right?
Mesilla Valley coaching staff going to head to the circle, and they're sending the center fielder sprinting for the dugout, so I'm assuming that means she's going to go to the circle. Probably going to have a pitcher change. While we're doing that, I'll mention Chloe again because I'm sure she's home watching, and we're thinking about her.
Yep, all of us are.
Man, just got that dang, the other knee worked so hard to get back, and now we've.
She did a great job to coming back, getting ready to compete, and boom.
Yeah, and I guarantee you some amazing videos of her pole vaulting yesterday, and I was like, oh my goodness, she's, to qualify for nationals, for the national track meet, and to qualify for most of these big track meets like the University of Texas and Texas Tech, you got to jump over the 10-foot mark. In fact, I believe it's 10-4 for nationals.
10-4?
Yeah.
10-4, good buddy.
And so Dillard steps in there ready.
You know what? They didn't change pitchers. I think the center fielder just went to short.
Oh, wow. Changed fielding spots. Yeah, you're right, because Fisk is still in there. So just made a bunch of fielder adjustments, or some fielder adjustments. And so here comes the next pitch. It's low and outside for ball 2. Anyway, looking really good yesterday. Had probably the best pole vault practice I've ever seen her have. And then on the last jump, hurts that other knee. So there's a chipper foul for strike number 1.
What luck, huh?
Yeah. Went and got x-rays, because that's what you're supposed to do, and nothing fractured, but a lot of swelling, and going to get referred to an orthopedic specialist and go through the process. And there's a drive into right center field. Center fielder going to get over there and make the catch, but that was a well-hit ball from Dillard. Unfortunately for Dillard, she hit a direct shot
To the center fielder.
Pretty much right at the center fielder, right out there into that pretty Cardinal in center field. So that'll bring up Haley Jones. She comes to the plate with 2 outs. A 7-2 ball game. And that first pitch is low for ball number 1. Charlie gets a delivery here.
Gotta have that popcorn.
Gotta get some groceries up there.
Yeah, getting him some popcorn and a little drinky drink. 7-2 is your score. Here comes the pitch. It's low and inside for ball 2. 2-0 to Haley Jones.
He's a little dehydrated out there, Mr. Jones.
Yep. Runner standing on first is Zamora. Zamora ready. Here comes the pitch from Fisk. And that was low and inside for ball 3. 3-0 to Jones.
Green light, boys. I'll give it a green light.
Green light, let's do it.
The last time Charlie red lighted her.
You know what?
Red light. Green
let's
lighted.
Do red light. Let's do red light.
Green light. She's doing good right now. There it is.
And that one's low and inside for ball 4. So Jones heads to first as she earns the walk. And that'll bring Michaela Pierce up.
That sun's just in the right spot now.
Michaela Pierce heads to the plate. Runners on first and second. The senior with 2 outs and a 7-2 lead here against Mesilla Valley. Oh, the board's wrong. They said it's 1 out. And there's a drive over toward the shortstop. Shortstop going to scoop it, trying to get it to.
Oh, big got there. She is
they got
safe.
it. All right.
She is safe.
So hustling over is Zamora, and she'll get there safely as Pierce with the single loads the bases with 1 out.
For Peyton.
And here comes Peyton Williams.
La Shona.
She is ready to go. She makes a little X in the dirt with the bottom of her bat, flips it over, steps in there ready. Here comes the pitch. It's driven into shallow right field. Is it going to fall? Hits a couple of feet right of the first base line, and it's going to be foul for strike number 1. Man, that ball with all that spin, if that hits 2-3 feet to the left,
all the way that way.
And it would have rolled all the way back over here, and we'd have had empty bases.
All that speed we got on base right now.
The only problem is you got Pierce with that leg.
Yes.
And so bases loaded. 0-1 count.
Just hit over the fence.
Here comes the pitch. It's low and outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Williams.
We're going to stay away from her, I bet you, this whole pitch.
And I tell you what, it'd sure be a nice time to see her grab a hold of one and deliver it out there into the outfield. Here comes the pitch. She dribbles it right into the outfield and moving across the bases. Mesilla Valley going to fire it home, but a run is going to score. So the RBI single by Williams is brought to you by Badger Hydrovac. And Peyton delivers the single with the RBI. And now coming up is Bella Pierce. Bella Pierce going to step to the plate. 2 outs here. An 8-2 game, and she takes that one.
Wow.
Oh, no.
This has been a ball the last 2.5 innings.
Man,
Now it's a strike.
and I thought that ball hit the turf before it got across the plate. But
I agree with you.
He's got
0-1. Here comes the next pitch.
That was a better pitch than the first one.
Yeah.
Man, he called that one a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll take it.
Make-up call.
2 outs here. 8-2 is your score. Bases loaded. 1 out, I believe. There's a drive into right field. It's going to stay foul and find the turf. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Bella stepping back up there, ready to go with the bases loaded. An 8-2 lead. Behind that one a little bit. Needs to get out in front of it.
There it
She
is.
gets a hold of that one. Hits it to short. Shortstop going to scoop it, flip it to third. Sliding into third is Pierce. And, man, she just keeps beating up them legs.
Look at
Sliding
that
all
aggressiveness
over.
by Williams going all the way to third.
Yeah, and I don't even think they ever even saw
Oh, they
her.
never
As
saw
the
her.
pitcher was walking back to the circle, and Williams jumped over to third while she wasn't paying attention. And so now runners on the corners with a 9-2 lead.
This is Nieto?
As Pierce gets the fielder's choice RBI.
And Williams will steal home now. I've seen her do it a couple
Yep.
times.
And so Pierce going to steal second when all that was going on. So now runners on second and third, 2 outs. Melanie Nieto at the plate. Here comes the pitch from Fisk. It's high and outside.
Wanted it, huh?
And Williams took a huge lead and then turned, slammed on the brakes, and peeled out like some Dukes of Hazzard kids in the day and drove herself right back over to third. 1 ball, 1 strike. That ball's outside for ball 2. So 2-1. to Williams.
Give us some to Nieto.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at Williams
Yes.
on third and saying Williams, but yes, it is Nieto. Nieto back in there ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Oh, that one was right down the middle.
That's pretty.
two.
That's a good-looking pitch
That
there.
was pretty.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's the 2-2-2 rock boogie oogie oogie, Heath Dean.
Oogie.
Nieto at the plate. Here comes the pitch, and it's
Oh, didn't that hit the ground before the plate?
Nieto's even got. She had some words for the ump. It looked like she was smiling while she was saying them, but I'm sure she was saying, "What
I
in the
got some
world
words
was
for
that?"
that.
I'm gonna catch you too. I'll tell you where to put that in a minute.
As down goes Nieto, and we will move from the 5th to the 6th. The Lady Cards lead 9-2. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Lady Cardinal sports.
BTH Services and Rentals LLC is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. They wish all the young athletes an incredible basketball season and send a special shout out to the class of 2025 seniors. Congratulations on this milestone. Go Big Red. BTH Services and Rentals, proud supporters of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Lady Cardinal sports here live in Eunice at Cardinal or Lady Cardinal softball field. It's a beautiful field for sure, right here in the middle of this beautiful campus. And the Lady Cards lead Mesilla Valley 9-2. Up to this point, pretty well played game for them. Still got some more to go here, though. Gotta hang on to this.
Yeah, we still got Blevins in the circle taking care of business as well, so that's a plus for the Eunice Cardinals.
Blevins has got, I've got her 4 or 5 Ks here so far today. She steps in there ready. They chip that one over to Dillard. Dillard going to scoop it, fire it in, but a single. And the app hadn't updated, so I hadn't seen for sure who that was that hit it. But this next one will be, was that 13 maybe? Foss?
Yes, sir, 13.
All right, so that was Caldwell that hit and got over to first, and now Fost will be up, and that pitch is high and outside. They do fire it back over, and a close play actually at first as Nieto fired it to Williams. Williams applied the tag, but stepping back on there was Caldwell. So here comes the pitch, and that's going to be low and inside.
He got hit.
Man, see, and that's another thing that's different than baseball.
Oh, no? Oh, yeah.
So that in
So
baseball,
if you step out of the box, you can get hit. You still get to go.
in baseball, when the ball hits the ground and then hits the batter, it's not a walk, right?
Correct. The ball's dead.
Why is it a walk in softball? Why is that different?
Want to ask somebody who knows, because I have no idea, sir.
So there's a chipper over toward third base. Third baseman's going to scoop it up, fire it over.
Why didn't
and they're going to call that interference, I'll bet you.
Why did we not go to third right there? She was on it.
Let's see what happens here if they call the interference over at first. They did score a run there. No call on an interference. It was an overthrow. They are going to score a run, and that'll bring up, I believe, Prieto as she chips that one over toward third. Man, that was close to being trouble. This is number 2. This is Baker. The app is, at least I think that's what I see on the back of her shirt.
Let me give a glance.
This says Prieto, but I thought I saw a number 2 on the back of her shirt. That is number 2, so that's Baker that's up to the plate. So 0-2 as she fouls the first 2 pitches off. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs in a 9-3 score here. We're in the 6th inning, top of the 6th, no outs. That ball's high. Ooh.
Come on.
She's coming.
And we overthrow. Now we fire it back home, and the runner's going to steal home with no outs.
Fundamentals, ladies. Got to do your fundamentals.
Yep. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. A run is scored. That's the 2nd run they've scored here in the top of the 6th. And there's a high fly ball that's hit over into foul territory. Almost catches our AD upside the noggin. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes, 9-4 is your score.
We have no outs. That's the biggest concern on my mind right now.
Yes,
we have no
sir.
outs.
Still got a 5-run lead, but Mesilla Valley trying to cut into it. Here's the pitch.
Beautiful pitch. That was a strike last inning.
Wee. Man,
Did you see?
I guarantee you, if those pitches that were outside the whole last half of the inning or anything, that one was right where it needed to be. And then firing that one back on the other side for a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Man, that looked like a good-looking pitch to me.
Yeah.
I agree.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 9-4. And that one's going to be inside, and that'll be ball number 4 with no outs
he
here.
says 3 balls.
Oh, he's fixed it. So
I agree.
3-2.
I agree.
That's 4. That is 4 because
Yeah. So now he's going to fix it as he was wrong. You know, he admitted that he was wrong on that one. He needs to admit he's wrong on some of them inside balls and outside balls.
He needs to go, wait a minute. No. That was a strike.
9-4. 1 ball. I'm sorry, 9-4. Runners on first and second as we fire that one back to the pitcher. So on the steal, runners now on second and third. No outs. A 5-run lead. Up to the plate is Baker.
that's a beautiful pitch right there. Finally called a strike on us.
That'll make it 1 ball, 1 strike to Baker. And so she steps in there ready to go. Here comes the pitch from Cheyenne. A good-looking pitch right there. A swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Can Blevins finish her off here? Or can this is Hurd. This thing says, man, the app is cool, but sometimes it's a pitch or 2 behind and it throws you off. And that pitch is going to be outside for ball number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is Hurd at the plate. M. Hurd. Margaret Hurd. Here comes the pitch. It's outside for ball 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Blevins had her at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now she's fallen behind. 3-2, no outs in a 9-4 game. Here comes Blevins' pitch. It's right down the middle, and it's hit high for Fowler. Bo's going to catch it, and she rams into the wall. What a catch by Nieto.
Nice
As she dang near decapitated herself diving into that concrete wall behind home plate, but she made the catch. What a hustle play and what a dive by Nieto as she makes a fantastic catch to get that batter down, and that'll bring up 21, Joanna Hurd, the other Hurd.
It was much needed on that out there. We
Yes,
need that
it
excitement.
was. Maybe that'll get us going. Runners on second and third. A 5-run lead for the Lady Cardinals over Mesilla Valley. 1 ball, no strikes here to Hurd. Here comes the pitch. It's inside, swung on and missed for strike. As they run, Nieto runs the runner back over to third. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Back in there, ready to go is Hurd. Here comes the pitch from Blevins. Swung on, hit over toward. Oh, and what a play by Blevins as she comes hustling in and makes the catch. And that'll be 2 down. As the Lady Cardinals showing some grit, trying to get out of the top half of this 6th inning. Runners on second and third. Coming to the plate, I believe, is going to be Eaton as she drives it toward short. Scooping it up, firing it toward first, and they make the play as Zamora Williams will get the Lady Cards out of the inning. They keep a 5-run lead as we move to the bottom of the 6th. Your Lady Cardinals 9, Mesilla Valley 4. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Lady Cardinal Sports.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of the Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids in their academics and athletics. And they realize balancing both is challenging, and they appreciate the Cardinals' determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they're cheering them on all the way. Supporting the Eunice Cardinals, Redbird LP Gas Company.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Lady Cardinal Sports. The Lady Cards lead 9-4. We're in the bottom of the 6th. If, we could put a bunch of runs on the board here, it would be nice. If not, the next half inning, we just need to hold them.
Yes, sir. Hold them and play some good defense.
And the Lady Cardinals could escape with a dub. And I'd be looking like Ice Cube at the Dodgers game yesterday, throwing that dub up in the air. As that'll bring up Gaetan to the plate. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes the pitch. It swung on, fouled off.
On that first pitch, huh?
Yes, it was. She smacked it pretty hard.
Unfortunately, straight back to the backstop.
So 0-1 after the foul ball from Gaetan as she steps back in there ready to go. Here comes the pitch from Fisk. Right down the middle, and it's hammered into right center field. It's going to get through all the way to the fence. Gaetan on her horse. She's galloping. And she's there on second as she has a stand-up double. Gaetan with a smash to right center field. She was on that horse.
That horse sounded tired.
Man, this horse is tired. I don't know if she is or not. She's probably tired too.
He said this horse didn't get no sleep last night.
This horse is wore out.
I'm telling you, this horse has had better ones. There's Lexi Garcia with the drive toward short. She's trying to beat it out. It's going to be close. They call her out, but she'll advance Gaetan over to third. And so a nice hit there by Garcia and a good play there by the shortstop, Hurd, as she was able to get her just barely. Laylene Zamora now comes to the plate. Runner on third. 9-4 lead, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 1.
Come on, we need a hit here, Zamora.
Laylene steps in there ready to go. Here comes the pitch. It's low.
What was the umpire
doing the Hachikachi.
Yeah, some kind of dance.
That's the Hachikachi dance.
Pretty sure I saw that once at a club with like neon lights and
Seen it
stuff.
on a Western movie.
Dance, boy. Here comes a swing and a miss.
Urban Cowboy or what?
Yeah.
Come on, Peggy.
1 ball, 2 strikes. To Zamora as she steps back in there ready to go. 1 out here. Runner is Gaetan on third. Here's the pitch. It's hit high, foul up over the first base dugout.
Oh.
And it's going to find the outside of the dugout.
Staying alive, is she?
There's a Edward Charo sighting right there. Got an Edward Charo sighting. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Zamora. She's in there ready. Here comes the pitch. It's hit high up over the first baseman. She's trying to get to it, and she does. And a fly out in foul territory. And down goes Zamora. And that'll make it 2 outs. And here comes Riley Ruru. Miss Riley Dillard heads to the plate. 2 outs, a 9-4 lead. She's got the runner in Gaetan standing on third, chomping at the bit to jog home. Here comes Dillard. Here's the pitch. And she drives it into left center field. Coming up is the left fielder, and she's going to make the catch, and that'll get the Lady Cards out of the 5th, or out of the 6th, I'm sorry, as we move to the 7th. Your Lady Cards lead by 5. All they need here is to keep them to 4 or less, and the game will be over. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Lady Cardinal sports.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Lady Cardinal sports. Here live from Lady Cardinal Stadium in Eunice, a beautiful softball field here in the center of the campus. You've got the brand new elementary and cafeteria just over the right field fence. Out there over deep left center, you've got the brand new Cardinal football stadium, one of the top rated football stadiums in the country. Over here, kind of to our right, behind the first base dugout, you got the brand new middle school, and you can kind of see, if you peek a little hard over the top of the elementary, the top edge of the new Joe Langston Arena that's going up over across the way, a dang near $40 million gymnasium and arena.
Oh, that looked good. What do you call?
First pitch, he's going to call a ball, I'm assuming.
It was too pretty to be called a strike, I think.
Yeah.
Well, he put his right hand up or something. I always did.
He's sworn in.
He thought I was
So help me God.
going to ask him
"So
if
help
he
me
swears
God,
to
no."
tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So far, he hasn't. I mean, Sorry about that.
It's just his truth. He says, "This is my truth, boys. I'm wearing the gray shirt."
He has the final say, right?
That's right. Like the judge up there.
2 balls, no strikes.
He just compared it to that umpire.
There's a drive into deep center field. She's going to catch it off the wall, and then she's going to fire it in. It's going to be close. I thought it was going to be close there at second.
It's a bang, bang play.
And the ball gets through to the pitcher. And so a double ultimately out of that deal for Lilian Balazan.
Right there, you can tell our center fielder's not 100% the way she chased that ball.
Yeah, she's got a limp to her run, which is why we hadn't done any hurdle work, because she was going to get to do a little with Chloe and try to start working on some hurdles. And before she could do that, she hurt that leg in a softball game. And the one thing about softball, you do a lot of sitting, getting up and going out there, and running, sitting. And so if you don't stay loose, you can definitely hurt some things.
Goodness.
They hit that one into left field. It's going to advance the runner over to third on the single by Fisk, the pitcher. And so that'll bring up number 5, J.C. Caldwell, the first baseman. No outs. Runners on first and third. They are on the corners. Big gap there in the middle. Here comes the first pitch. It's high for ball number 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
Got to get some outs here, Mr. Jones. Got to hold this lead.
This young lady's listed, as we talked about earlier, at 6 foot. And that ball's right down the middle. It's fouled off into the cage there for strike 1.
Luckily, she fouled that back. If not, that would have gone a long ways.
Yep. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Caldwell. Runners on the corners are Fisk and Willing. Here comes the pitch. Low and outside for ball 2.
That was a strike on us a while ago, no?
2 balls, 1 strike.
It's pretty close.
Stepping in there ready. Runners on the corner. Surprised we hadn't seen the runner on first take off yet, and that one's going to hit
barely grazed her jersey.
Yeah.
She don't even think it hit her.
She's like, it didn't hit me.
Wow. Really?
When the
Get a second opinion or something.
Wow.
Who did that hit?
Man. I mean, if you get hit, you know it, right?
Right? Or at least feel it.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just going to override her feelings.
Man, when the runner don't, or the batter doesn't know that they've been hit. So now the bases are loaded. No outs. 9-4. Here comes the pitch. It's driven into the gap. It's going to score 1 for sure. They're going to turn. Here comes the throw from home, and what a throw by Pierce. As that definitely turned the runner around there on third.
Her tracks, boys.
That was a shotgun rocket, a bazooka from Pierce, as she fired a rocket from deep center field right to the plate about waist high.
Perfect throw.
But no outs here. They've scored a run. It's 9-5, working hard to make a living.
Tying runs at the plate.
Coach is out there talking to the field umpire.
Yeah.
Talking about the runners are leaving a little too early off the bases.
Yeah.
He wants a second opinion.
We got to do it.
Look at Riley out there playing with their glove.
Yeah. Yeah. So Coach Kemple visiting with the umpires, not liking something that's happening out there. It sounds like Rosendo thinks that it's a deal with them leaving early.
Yep.
I think maybe our catcher's tired like you, Jimmy. She's like, I'm going to sit down.
Sit down and take a little nappy nap.
Not enough.
Shout out to Miss Leanne Reeves. We appreciate you listening and watching. Oh, don't forget, this weekend is the Treat Your Daughter Like a Princess Royal Ball, the father-daughter dance, March 29th, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Eunice Community Center, 906 12th Street. Dinner will be served. Entry fee $25 per couple and $5 for each additional guest. So tiaras will be handed out while supplies last. First 25 princesses will receive a gift bag. There's a chopper to short. Shortstop going to scoop it, fires it toward home. And the ball got dropped at home. And that's going to score another run. So now we've got a 9-6 ball game. It's a 3-run game, bases loaded, no outs. And here comes Kemple out to the circle. Once again, daddies, take your daughters to the Royal Ball this weekend.
It's a lot of fun. Well, they didn't do that when I was my kids were young.
Yeah.
The Girl Scouts had one. It was kind of similar.
So that's the 29th. That's tomorrow, 6 to 10. Also, the Eunice Baseball League has got a softball camp going on. Softball ladies who are signed up for the season, mark your calendars. Second annual camp, March 29th. 4 to 7 is from 9 to 11, age 4 to 7. Age 8 to 13, 12 to 3. Gates open and check in at 8:45. Check in at 11:30 for the older group. There's a swing and a miss for strike number 1. Need some work here to save this one. It's a 9-6 game.
No outs, Mr. Jones.
Need
The
8 more
bases
than
are still loaded.
strikes.
Bases juiced, and that pitch is inside
For
ball number 1.
That one was about as close as that other one that she walked on.
1 ball, 1 strike.
It's going now, Blevins. Bear down.
No outs. 9-6 is your score, and there's a chipper over toward the third base dugout. It's going to be a foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the board now. Need this one. Let's see if Blevins can pull some Jared Lewis magic out of that arm as she rears back and throws that one down the outside corner.
Oh, it looked good.
Woo, man.
He's
Wow,
not watching the same game we are, boys.
I would have said ring her up, set her down on that one, but he didn't give us the call. 2 balls, 2 strikes, as that one apparently was an inch or so in the wrong direction. And there's a rocket over to Gaetan. Gaetan makes the stop, and she gets a double play out of the deal as Gaetan catches the line drive and then races over to her base, beating the runner back on the tag. And so Gaetan with
Beautiful
the
job by that young lady.
unassisted double play.
Cat-like reflexes, right?
So now runners at first and second. There's
Touch it
another
back, touch it back.
Oh,
Oh!
Gaetan bobbled that one.
Oh, my goodness.
In and out. Charlie's use the gator. Do the gator.
Got a gator chomp it, like a Florida
Use
gator.
the alligator. Come on,
That's
girl.
right. So now the bases are loaded again. The winning run coming to the plate here with 2 outs.
Or the next out.
The tying run stands on first. The Lady Cards need a defensive stop right here. Here comes the pitch from Blevins, swung on and
good
missed for
start.
strike 1.
Pretty pitch there, Bob Blevins.
2 more.
Getting
just
ahead of the
like it.
count here, right? Getting ahead of the count.
Father-daughter dance tomorrow, 6 to 10. Get up there. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle for strike number 2.
Finally get a call in our favor,
Number
right?
2. Shout out to Cynthia Mota.
Here it is right here. Here it is.
There's a swing. It's a dribbler over toward short. Short going to scoop it up, throw it to third, and that'll do it as Zamora fires it to Gaetan, and that'll end the ball game as your Lady Cardinals are going to win this one 9-6. They get the win over Mesilla Valley. And so shout out to Cynthia Mota, also to Perry Kimple. Everybody watching and listening, we appreciate you. They are in Washington, so
Okay,
we
you're right.
appreciate you. They sent some cool pictures. So the Lady Cards with a big win here today over Mesilla Valley Christian from Las Cruces. Big win for the Lady Cards. A good game all the way
very
around
good game
for
all
them.
around, especially for Blevins.
Yep.
Doing a beautiful job with their pitching. And Gaetan had a lot of action on third base. She did an awesome job.
And there was one point where she had 5, I think.
Yes.
5 or
Back to
6.
back.
Back to back where they hit it right to her. She scooped it up, fired it over to first. She had an unassisted double play. Jones had that unassisted double play as well.
Yes.
So
Beautiful job by the infield taking care of business.
Yeah. So the next game will be the JV game. Excuse me. We're not scheduled to cover that game, so we won't cover the JV game. But a shout out to these Lady Cardinal varsity players as they get the win. Got a scratchy
job,
throat.
ladies.
And that'll bring us into the JV game. We're going to step away. We appreciate everybody watching and listening. Our schedule for next week usually comes out on a Sunday. We'll know what they're going to have us cover probably come Sunday.
Yes, sir.
So any final thoughts, Rosendo?
No, best of luck to the JV girls. That's the future of the varsity team, so
Yep.
good luck to them.
Yep. Any final thoughts, Charlie?
Man, it was a good game. Anytime you get the W, it's a good game.
Yep.
And this one was played well.
For
Played
sure.
well. Sure.
Shout out to Shane Williams. There he is, Badger Hydrovac. We appreciate all those sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. Without you, we couldn't do it.
Yes, thank y'all.
Just a really good game. Shout out to my daughter, Chloe Jones, as we should know something more probably
Prayers
Monday.
and thoughts with her and you, man.
And
Hang in there, Chloe. You're going to be all right.
Hang in there, Mr. Jones, too.
Yeah, we're thinking about you, and we'll make it work one way or the other. Toughest kid I know.
Yep.
So with that said, one other kind of crazy note. You know, she blew that right ACL, had the ACL surgery, and then who knows what's wrong with this knee. Hopefully we get in there and it's some kind of bruising or something that's created all the swelling. That would sure be nice. And but anyway, I told her last night when we were sitting around talking, I said, you know, the crazy thing is I blew my first ACL when I was about 18. I blew my right ACL. And then right after I got back from all the rehab and everything from that, I blew the other one.
Oh.
And so
Following
I'm
Daddy's footsteps.
man, I told her, you got to quit following in Daddy's footsteps.
Like Daddy,
She's a
like
future
daughter.
judge, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, thoughts and prayers with her. We appreciate everybody listening. Thank you for listening to